Testing, testing. It's working, I can
Testing.
see it. How does this thing work? What happens if I press this button?
Hi there. Welcome in. I'm Steve, and this is my wife,
I'm Jane.
Jane. And
It's like you forgot who I was.
and we're Why Not Travel Oz. We just wanted to put this video together just so people get to know who we are and how we come about buying a caravan, and a little bit of what we've done in the past with the kids and all that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. So we're not used to looking into a camera and talking. So this is all really, really new to us, and so bear with us. It won't be kind of too structured. But Jane, she's really good at this, and she's got a list here to go through, and hopefully you get to know us better and what we're doing. Mm-hmm. So basically, I'm Steve, and I work in gardening, and we love going out camping, seeing as much as possible what we can, and we're just loving life at the moment, aren't we? Mm-hmm. And like to do heaps more of it. So, of the caravan and camping. Mm. So I'll let Jane talk for a little bit.
Oh, thanks.
She's got a list here.
I do. So we've been camping for years and years, and we started camping with our kids, who are all grown up now, all adults.
We've got 3 boys.
3 boys, all independent now. So we used to camp with them in a tent originally, and then we moved on to a camper trailer. We sort of did mainly the east coast of Australia with them, and Canberra, the Gold Coast a few times.
Yeah, went there a couple of times. And
the Grampians. We loved that.
Yeah. And a few local,
local.
Rapid Bay and down.
Yeah, down in South Australia, which is where we're from.
Yeah.
And then about 6 years ago, Steve had a really big health scare, and
it was one of those. Sorry, I'm cutting in here.
Go for it.
One of those things that you think nothing's ever going to happen to you, and when it does, it really kicks you up the butt.
Yeah, we got a big kick up the butt, and realised that it's really time to live life properly. We've always had a bucket list, but we'd never really taken it too seriously.
No, we just got away when we could with the kids, and worked really hard, and
now that they were older and grown up, we thought good time to get on with the bucket list. So we saved really, really hard for quite a few years once your health got better, and we went camping in a swag for a while. We did.
Yeah, for a few years, actually. We camped in that swag. We bought a King swag.
Yep, the Big Daddy.
Yeah, bought the roof rack for the car and the swag and
off we went by ourselves, which was weird. So we did lots of trips in that. We did Cobalt Gorge, and we did Caravan Gorge, and all those really kind of things. Yeah. And then we decided to upgrade to a Oz tent.
Oh yeah, and that was funny.
Steve told me that there was these 30-second tents, and I went, yeah, right, 30 seconds to put up, but I bet you then it takes 20 minutes to peg it down and 50 minutes to get it back in the bag to pack up and what have you. So he carted me off to Anaconda, and we went and had a look at this Oz tent, and the guy in there was brilliant. I reckon he put it up and down about 6 times for us, didn't he? And
Jane, you just didn't believe me.
I didn't believe him at all.
But I was showing her YouTubes on them and everything I could find on it, and she wasn't having a bar of it, and got her into Anaconda.
Yeah, and
took her to the tenting area,
and we bought a tent. So then we went and did Western Australia in that tent. I think that was our first trip in the tent, and we did Cape York in the tent, and
the tent was brilliant.
Loved it.
The last trip we did in the swag, I actually had a bit of an accident and broke my ribs, so it was a little bit harsh in there, and but it was like we got the tent and you can stand up in there, and then when it's wet and that we could put a table, chairs and everything in there, so it was really great. But we were really lucky with the weather, actually.
We were very lucky with the weather.
We didn't have too much wet weather.
Yeah. So almost every time it rained, we had somewhere under shelter to put the tent. We've got a massive plane.
Got a plane going over, so I apologise for that.
So yeah, we decided that now with the van we're going to document our travels. That way we'll never forget, hopefully, what we've done as you get older.
Share it with the kids.
Share it with the kids now that they don't come with us anymore.
And we have a real passion for, we just want to see as much as we can, as quickly as we can, and we want to share that with other people and just know that things can go wrong and you just got to get out there and do what you can while you can, and just really enjoy as much as you possibly can. So yeah, and also, sorry, I'm taking over now.
Go for it.
But
this is your show.
we kind of did the swag and the tent as much as we could, because we thought we had quite a few big bucket list items that we had, and we wanted to make sure that we weren't towing anything and we could just go wherever we wanted, turn right, turn left, go over bumpy roads or whatever. And yeah, so with the swag or the tent on the roof, we were off, and we went into the hardest places we could that we now don't need to go into those places because we've done them. So yeah, so we're off on different adventures now, and with the caravan, we'll be, yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, we mainly put this channel together, like I said, to document our travels, but you know, we just think, why not come along on our adventures with us? We'd love to hear your ideas, your trips, your tips. It's, you know, going to help us learn. We're brand new at this.
Because we have no idea what we're doing.
We've been camping for a long time, but this is all brand new. So yeah, why not come and join the adventure?
Yeah, and
That's
just help us out.
So we also wanted to talk about, how do we end up buying this van?
Yeah.
Because this was I said, 2 years in the making, really, of trying to figure out what van we needed. There are so many beautiful vans. You know, every time we look on YouTube and watch some of the people we watch in their vans are just, there's not an ugly van out there. They're all so beautiful and whatever. So it really just then for us came down to just sort of working out what would work for us. And it
had to be off-road, because we like going off-road, and yeah, just love the remote.
Yeah, needed lots
camping.
of solar.
Yeah, heaps of solar. Heating, it'd be nice to have heating now.
We wanted a inside outside kitchen.
Yes,
that's something that we really wanted,
because we're so used to cooking in that outside.
Yeah, and we really started looking originally at hybrids, didn't we, that you pull the bed out and down and what have you,
Top.
and then pop tops themselves, and then ended up deciding on the full van, really just because if we were going to move from the swag and then we went on to the tent, if we were going to move on to a van, we really just wanted something we didn't have to set up at all. We could literally just pull in anywhere and didn't have to set up a thing if it was pouring with rain or what have you. Yeah. We didn't have any setup at all.
Especially if we're just overnight, we don't even have to unhitch. Or that's what we're looking forward to. Like,
that's what will be good.
Yeah.
So we went to a gazillion shows, like everyone does. Did go to them, but sometimes I think the shows just got me more confused to what we wanted and what we didn't. But eventually, long story short, after quite a few years of looking, we ended up deciding on the MDC. As a brand. It sort of, for us, just ticked the boxes of what we wanted for value for money.
Yeah, and it had pretty much everything we wanted. And there wasn't too much compromise on anything, was there?
No, everything that, the one thing I liked about MDC is everything that you saw in the van is what you got. There was no extras.
Yeah.
There's no adjustments, so that's one thing people won't like. What you see is what you get, so you can't adjust it, you know, and it just sort of suited us, but then we had to decide between...
Well, we walked into this one, and one like this, and we just fell in love with it straight away, didn't we? And that was a long time ago. And but then we sort of thought, well, maybe we should go smaller because... not as heavy to tow and that, but so we were looking at the 16 as well.
Yeah.
And
we were sort of looking between the 16 foot and the 19 foot.
And of course Jane made a big list up what this had and what that didn't have, and we were going through went through this for ages, didn't we?
I have spreadsheets of everything. But we decided that, well, you really wanted dual wheel.
I did.
So that kind of put the 16 out anyway, but we kept looking and comparing, but then you really wanted an L-shaped lounge and not a cafe type lounge. You wanted the 3,000 watt inverter. We really wanted a manual awning. We didn't want an electronic awning. We wanted an oven, even though I'm not sure we're ever going to use it, but we wanted one. And we didn't want a bolster bed because, again, I just didn't want any setup at all. I wanted to be able to pull in and jump into bed and not have to set up. So it was kind of really, it ended up just having to be the 19 for us. So it's what worked for us.
It just felt right for us. And so that's what we've got. What else do you have?
We're also going to talk a little bit about how we prepared. So we're going to talk about GVM upgrades and weights and just how the van even got here, because that was a bit of a schmozzle.
We've had a lot going on with all that. So we've got a 100 series Land Cruiser. It's petrol, so it is thirsty on fuel.
I think that's the understatement of the century. But even camping, we knew that weights were going to be an issue. So we always knew that the car was going to need some kind of GVM upgrade, even just camping. Because
as we sort of progressed, building up the car, putting on different stuff, and like the drawers. We've put a whole heap of stuff in the back of it, and
fridge slides. It's got batteries in it. It got pretty heavy. Pretty quick.
And then we put the dual wheels on the back and things. So we were actually at a camping show, weren't we? And we were listening to a guy talk about it, and we thought, we started thinking about it, and then we thought, well, later on when we do get a caravan, we really need to look at this, and we love our car, so. It's we've had it for quite a few years now, and
so one thing I am going to do is I'm going to stop you for a second,
okay?
Because I don't know if they can see us with the sun.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't know much about this whole filming thing. Do we need to move it? I don't know.
We'll have a look.
Stare into it, Steve.
Yeah, I am.
Can you see yourself?
Maybe I'll where should we put it?
Should we go that way a little bit?
Yeah, I might turn it.
Or maybe with the power of editing, you can cut it out. I don't know.
Can you see us now? That should be okay. Alrighty, let's continue.
So GVM upgrades. So you always knew we were going to need 3.9 tonne, and that was the maximum.
Well, I looked, and the ones that went to 3.5 just weren't going to cut it, even with what we were doing with camping. And so we had to look at something more, and we went to 3.9. That was the only one we could find. And and
there was only one supplier that could do it for the 100 series, because it's so old. Nobody does them for those really anymore.
So so we went down that path, and we've upgraded that.
And that was a whole, so you're going to do a whole separate video one day, aren't you, just on that? Because there's so much to learn, isn't there, that we just didn't know. And
the axle weights, and we had to end up changing the whole diff and suspension, everything. So, but we'll probably go more into that later on. One day. But pretty much we had to go to 3.9 tonne, and then the axle we went to 2.5, so we can put 2.5 weight on the back on those axles. So, but that was a long process.
That was,
to get done.
Yes, which was long before the van anyway. Like, we knew we wanted a van, but the GVM upgrade was done a year before we got a van.
Then, of course, it had to be completely over the
compliance
and everything, and went backwards and forwards a couple of times. But in the end, we got it all done.
We did.
But we had quite a few dramas, but it's...
That's a whole other story.
Yeah.
So then we knew the van we had signed for this caravan. and knew that we had the GVM upgrade, but we also knew that van weights can be an issue just in themselves with their payload and what you can take and what you can't take. So we weighed everything. But prior to even getting our van, you made us weigh everything.
We had the scales out and we were weighing every single thing that was in the car, even down to what was in the doors, like, because Jane keeps a lot of stuff in the side door. And we weighed everything. So we know now. Well, I asked Jane to make up a spreadsheet so that if anything ever got shifted, we'd change that spreadsheet and we'd know exactly what was in the car at any single time. So we were always
because we had planned to do a 4-week trip to Queensland this year in the tent, because we ended up buying the van about 6 months earlier than we had originally planned to. And then it turned out it was going to arrive before we went to Queensland. So of course we wanted to take it because it's a new van, so we want to take it. So it has been a little bit crazy getting it ready to go, hasn't it? Because we had 7 days, really. We picked it up on a Friday and we were leaving for Queensland on the next Friday, and you had the professional weight guy booked to come out and weigh us on the Tuesday, and it poured with rain.
And he cancelled.
We had it all packed.
Water, everything, and poor Jane, I made her weigh everything with me and then put it on the spreadsheet, and then we looked at it that if we had to transfer stuff from the caravan to the car, we could, or the other way around if the weights didn't quite work on either the car or the caravan. So
but he cancelled on the Tuesday because of the rain and said he could come out on the Thursday, which was the day before
Thursday afternoon
we were due to leave. Afternoon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon he was coming. So we couldn't test drive the van even though you had packed it.
I didn't want to take it out because I just didn't. Well, we actually have one of those ball weigh, what do you call them? I can't remember.
Toe ball weight thingies.
And we put that on and just went and so it was it was interesting, wasn't it? So we didn't really want to trust that, and we tried to work out roughly what we thought where we would be in weight, out of weight and everything. So anyway, he came out on the Thursday afternoon, which gave us that afternoon night until we left early the next morning. And he weighed it all, and we were
15 kilos
over the ball weight.
I was 17, I think.
17 over the ball, and we were, which I thought we'd be transferring stuff out of the caravan into the back of the car because we'd done such a big upgrade on the car, but we were actually 100 kilos overweight
on the back axle, but we were 175 kilos underweight in the car and 100 kilos underweight in the van, fully packed. But we needed to get weight off of the car, but we also needed to get ball weight off of the van.
That's right.
But we had packed everything.
Oh, we put absolutely everything on it. We had 3 spare tyres on the car, fully loaded up. We had jerry cans,
2 full jerry cans
in the caravan, in the front of the caravan, and
we had a massive fridge. The van came with a 110 litre fridge freezer plus the 175 litre or 275 litre or whatever it is in the van. We had travelled for 5 weeks through Western Australia in a 55 litre fridge out the back of the car. So I don't know what we would have done with all of that fridge space. No. So we decided to get rid of the one in the front and not use it because we already had this massive fridge freezer in the van that we had never had before. So that was easy to get rid of that weight.
And we took off 2 of the tyres off the car and transferred some of the stuff in the caravan to the back to bring that ball weight up and get it off the axles, because the axles were the biggest problem.
And we had never planned to travel with all of that weight. No. We just thought if the weight guy's coming out, we want to know what would it be if we stuck everything on this van, because we'd heard so many horror stories about how much overweight people are. We just wanted to know what would happen if we did do that. And the weight guy was really good, wasn't he? About, taking this off and that off and where you move stuff to and whatever.
Yeah, and I also got our little ball weight tester thing out, and I just compared what he had to what we had on that, so we could use that for a rough idea.
A guide, yeah. And even he said to do that, didn't
Yeah,
he? He
he
said, you know, just wait. Now that you know what the actual weight is, use that toe ball weigher so that you'll know if it's 30 kilos out, it's generally always going to be 30 kilos out. So, yeah, while they're good, I think they are just a guide.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily take ours as gospel at all, that that's what it is.
Yeah, at least we've got a guide on it now if we do move anything, and we can look at it and we know that it was a good 20 kilos out on it.
Yeah, it was.
So
he also gave us some tips, the weigh guy. He taught us about keeping the nose down on the Caravan.
Yeah, just keeping a little bit of a tilt forward on the Caravan.
Yeah, so you adjusted the toe ball hitch thingy and the airbags on the back of the car.
Yeah, airbags I put in around about 30-pound pressure in the airbags just to bring the back of the car back up level to where it was before we put the Caravan on it, so that it, like he said, then all the car's working how it should be for the upgrade. So, and
he also taught us about stabiliser legs, and this is a really, really good tip, and I try and pass this on now to everyone that I can. He said generally when you buy your Caravan, the back legs, they will always have them folded forward. And his tip was to always store your stabiliser legs folding back, because if they do come loose after you've been on corrugations or something and they fail and they happen to come loose or break, if they're facing backwards they'll just drop and drag, but if they're facing forward they'll dig into the road and will punch a hole through the bottom of the van floor. And he had seen that a lot of times, he said.
We actually seen
that happened to someone. Yes, it's not long after he had said that. We did see that happen to someone. The poor people driving down the road, and the leg just went down and bang. It was such a loud crash.
Yeah, I don't think it went through the floor, but it was so loud. Yeah. Yeah, so, but that's a good tip, a really good one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so what else is on your list there?
Then we had to get a different Anderson plug.
Oh, yeah, I had
thingy.
to, because it's got the DC charger in the Caravan, because it draws so much and we could only go a certain amount for a new alternator. We had a charger that was 40 amps and we had to change that back to a 25 so we didn't drain too much on the alternator, and ran another full Anderson plug through, which a lot stronger, and that for the current to come through to the Caravan.
So we ended up buying the MDC
19 HRT.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Something like that. It's got all sorts of letters and things.
Yeah.
It's fully off-road. 1,225 watts
well done.
of solar. I don't know anything about, so I've got to learn. I don't really understand how it all works. I just know that I can plug stuff in and it works. It's got 600 amp hours
of batteries,
of lithium
batteries. We wanted to have as much as we could possibly get, and this just had a good balance of everything. So
it has
with the 3,000 watt inverter, it's great. You can run all sorts.
2 80-litre freshwater tanks.
Two.
An 80-litre grey water tank.
Which now allows us to go into all the parks,
national parks, which was a big deal for us because we are finding more and more national parks and things. You can't necessarily tent anymore if you're not fully self-contained with a toilet and with grey water. Often you can't. So we were starting to find that was limiting us in the tent.
In a lot of places we found, and then we'd have to push on further to find something. So
yeah. And then there was a whole heap of stuff we had to buy because we've camped for years, but whew.
So once we signed up for the Caravan, then we put a list together.
Another spreadsheet.
Another spreadsheet.
Another spreadsheet.
And so just bear in mind that there is quite a bit to buy.
if you've never had a
if
van
you've
before,
never had a van,
and even though you've camped before,
Yeah.
there was definitely things that we needed.
Watched a lot of YouTubes.
Watch a lot of YouTubes of all the what you need to have and what
Yep.
you don't need to have.
And a lot of what people did have and recommended. So we've gone for a lot of recommended stuff, haven't we?
Yes, we
Yeah.
have, yep. And
And,
some amazing YouTubers out there that have discount codes
Yeah.
on stuff. So, yeah, you can watch their YouTube
Yeah.
and whack in a code and save yourself some money.
Yeah.
So we
and
did,
always bargain.
and always bargain and wait
Yeah,
for sales. And
sales,
that's where
yeah.
we were a little bit lucky because we had planned this for so long. We were able to wait
Yeah.
for bargains, you know, like even just things like we needed treads, you know, to chock up the wheels and stuff, which you've used today.
Yeah.
We were able to wait and get those on a really good sale. We needed mirrors for the car because you need bigger mirrors, and
Yeah.
there's a whole list of stuff. But I think...
Which Jane's made a whole list up, and with all the prices and everything on them anyway, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, and where we got them from, and
Yeah.
what sale we got them on. So certainly happy to share that if
Yeah.
anyone needs any information on any of that kind of stuff.
But it added up quite quick, didn't it?
It did, yeah. I was
even
quite
though we've got
surprised.
the sales and that, it's still looking at quite a bit. So
Yeah, just your hoses and your electric
Electric,
cables and your sullage hose. Like who knew
because
you
the
needed
Caravan
one of
didn't come with
those?
any of that at all.
Nothing at
yeah.
all with that. So yeah, there was just things like that that you just don't think of.
And things like gas bottles, like filling them up, you know,
Yeah,
just everything.
yeah, and
Yeah.
just, you know, your linen and your towels and your plates and your pans and your kettles and
Yeah.
whatever. And of course, everything has to be weighed. Not allowed to put it in the van until I've weighed it, put it on the spreadsheet. So,
But it was fun. We had fun doing it, and it was
fun.
fun having everything rock up on it.
It was,
when was
yeah.
it going to... Because then Jane had to have it listed, and then the date it was ordered, and the date that it was going to rock up, and so it was,
It kept it
fun.
exciting,
Yeah, it
waiting for the van. So that was good fun. And so far, we've only had 2 issues with the van, and that is that when you filled up the water tanks.
Oh yeah, the first day I filled them up, I looked under and there was water dripping down on the ground, and but all it was, I had to just let the water go again and just put some plumber's tape around it and did them back up, and they haven't leaked since.
It was around the bung.
Yeah, just around
plug.
the bung. Yeah, but all 3 did it.
Every single one did it, didn't
Yep,
I? Okay, I didn't
everyone.
realise that.
Yeah, I checked everyone, but you know, I'd gone to the AF and filled them right up. And
So lesson learned, don't fill your tanks right up before you've checked.
Or just
leak.
put the tape on, because it fixed the problem straight away. Yeah.
Probably should have done that.
Because it was leaking quite.
You would think
quite
that
a
would
bit.
be done, though,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
yeah.
I would think so. But anyway.
Yeah.
And then it was just the only other thing that we have found, which he knew the day that he handed it over to us, that they had forgotten to put the awning brackets on for the anti-flap. So the awning works, but we can't put the anti-flap up
Yeah, so
because
it's
it
gotta-
needs some brackets on
So
it.
it's got to go back for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, it's been pretty good, hasn't it? So you're sitting down there already.
It was freezing outside. I
It
had to
was.
come in.
I was really finding it hard to concentrate, but I'll come sit next to you.
Come snuggle up next to me. Oh, that's very close, isn't it?
It is. Oh. We thought we'd get inside because it is freezing out there, and especially once we move the camera and we're in the shade. But I think we've sort of talked quite a bit about us, and hopefully everyone's got to know a bit about who we are and where we've come from and what we've done to start setting up. And
I guess, from here we'd really love to hear about you guys. Where have
Yeah.
you travelled? Where haven't you travelled? Where do you still want to go? Give us ideas and tips. We'd love to hear it. And next episode, Steve's going to do a walk around video. We'll show you the van that we bought, and we'll show you all what it has, what it doesn't have, which we probably don't know what it doesn't have.
No,
so tell us what we're missing, what we perhaps should have got.
Yeah, so we'll see you next time.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.